Alrighty folks, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I am bringing you my Crusader once again. It is a speed farming build that is fantastic for keys and bounties. Let's go ahead and dive into the gear real quick. If you're interested in making this build, I do have a guide that I will leave a link down below to that in the description, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. First off, we're using the full Aegis of Valor set. We're also using the Captain Crimson set. Now we're only using 2 pieces of Captain Crimson and 5 pieces of the Aegis of Valor set because we're going to be using a Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube. We're also going to be using Flail of the Charge. We used the Angelic Crucible to go ahead and get the Fist of the Heavens every 2 seconds. In addition, when we use Steed Charge, it casts faster. Effectively, Fist of the Heavens is just raining down on everything around you, and it basically one-shots everything. It also shoots these charged bolts off in each direction, which do massive amounts of damage to enemies, at least in Torment 16. Now we're also using the Focus and Restraint combination. I've got a Molten Wildebeest Gizzard in here to protect the Squirt's necklace that we're also using. Over here we've got the Warzeshian Arm Guards, pretty much just to move faster. Because the build is so destructive and it fires off Fist of the Heavens absolutely everywhere, you are constantly moving faster with this. I'm also going to go ahead and use a Boon of the Hoarder for this. Having gold dropping everywhere is nice so that you can empower your rifts, but at the same time it also helps us move a lot quicker, which is just fantastic for these bounties. Let's go ahead and queue into a public bounty game and see how many bounties we can get done compared to everyone else. Alrighty folks, we're in the game. I'm just going to go ahead and play some music, so enjoy the show. Alrighty folks, what did you think? We just dominated. We cleared 2 full acts before any other player even cleared their own. We did 12 bounties and came into assist on a 13th. That is pretty much what happens in any public game when you play this build. If you really want to get fast materials, this is the build you need to play. Now you might be wondering, why did I skip all the gear? Of course I got through bounties quicker than everybody else because I wasn't picking up anything as I went along. Well, the truth is, if you have good gear on your character, you might want to consider doing the same thing when you're running bounties. The fact is that those items that we're dropping were probably not upgrades for my character, but the usage of the bounty materials is my best shot at getting better gear. So the quicker that you get through those bounties, the better off you are, and the more you're going to be able to optimize your gear in a shorter amount of time. Now, one thing I will say, although this build is phenomenal for running bounties and getting keys, you want to be spending most of your time in greater rifts in this game, so bear that in mind. Bounties are really good for players who are casual and just really want to get great gear pretty quickly by re-rolling the pieces that they get. But for players that have the time to be doing greater rifts over and over and over, are going to get stronger by doing that as opposed to bounties. This is because if you spam greater rifts, you're eventually going to get optimized gear, but you're also getting way more Paragon levels by doing that as opposed to running bounties. But if you are a casual player, or somebody who just likes to optimize their gear quickly, I would highly recommend making this build, and I would also recommend it anyways for your key runs. Anyways folks, once again, I do have a link in the description down below to the build for this Crusader. Go ahead and check out that guide. I'll also go ahead and leave a link down below to the Maxroll guide for this build. Once again, thanks for tuning in folks. It was great having you, and we'll catch you on the next one.